The luxury penthouse first dimly lit the glow of the city outside, casting long shadows across the plush interiors. You sat curled up on the expensive leather couch, a glass of red wine in hand, just in a silk robe that barely reached mid-dash. The quiet hum of the night was broken only by the soft ticking of the clock on the wall. The faint sound of the elevator pinging in the hallway made your heart race. You knew who he was. Only one man could walk in like he owned the world and your heart. Kim Taehyung. The door swung open and there he was, dressed in his signature sharp black suit. His tie was slightly loosened, his hair falling messily over his forehead. And that devilishly charming smirk played on his lip. "Waiting for me, sweetheart?" Taehyung asked, his deep voice sending shivers down your spine as he set his keys on the counter. You smiled coldly. "You're gripping the edge of the wine glass. What if I said no?" He let out a low chuckle, his eyes never leaving yours as he began walking toward you, shading his on the way. "Then I would just have to change your mind, wouldn't I?" By the time he reached you, he was down to his crisp white shirt, the toe few undone. He knelt before you, his hand resting on your knees as he gazed up at you with those piercing eyes. "You're too good at pretending you don't miss me," he murmured, his finger tracing lazy circles on your through the thin silk. "You're breathless, but you managed to keep your composure, and you are too good at making me wait," you teased. He grinned, leaning in so close you could feel his breath against yours. "Then let me make it up to you tonight, baby." Before you could respond, he pulled out a small paper bag from his back pocket. The sight of the chocolate syrup bottle inside made your eyes widen. "Taehyung," you began, unsure if you were ready for whatever he had planned. "Trust me," he said, his voice low and persuasive. "You are going to love this." He stood, offering you his hand. You hesitated for a moment before slipping yours into his. He led you to the bedroom where the soft glow of candles illuminated the space. The king-size bed was freshly made, the white sheets looking impossibly inviting. "Dash," he instructed, his tone firm but laced with affection. You bit your lip but obeyed, stretching out on the bed. Things eyes roamed over you, taking in the way you clung to your. "You have no idea how beautiful you look right now," he said, his voice husky. He climbed onto the bed, straddling your. The bottle of chocolate syrup was in his, and the mischievous glint in his eyes made your cheeks flush. "Are you nervous?" he asked, his brushing a certain strand of hair from your face. "A little," you admitted, your voice barely above whisper. He leaned down, his brushing against your ear. "Good, I like it when you are nervous for me." With a steady hand, Ting opened the bottle and tilted it, letting a thin stream of chocolate syrup drizzle onto your. The cool sensation made you gasp, your arching slightly against the. "You're so sensitive," he remarked, his tone playful. "I have barely started." He dipped his darting out to the syrup on your skin. The combination of the warm and the cold chocolate sent a wave of fate coursing through your. "Taehyung," you dashed your hands, instinctively reaching for his shoulders. "Shh," he murmured against your, his lips trailing down to the hollow of your throat. "Let me take my time with you." He added more syrup, this time drawing a line the center of your. His fingers followed the trail, smearing it lightly before his them. The deliberate slowness of his movements made you dizzy with anticipation. "You even sweeter than I imagined," he whispered, his eyes meeting yours as he dashed his lips. You felt your cheeks burn under his intense gaze. "You're impossible," you muttered, trying to sound annoyed but falling miserably. "And you love it," he shot back with a smirk, leaning down to capture her in a heated kiss. As in I wouldn't, the two of you fell into a rhythm of teasing and laughter. At one point, you grabbed the bottle from him, determined to turn the tables. Your turn, you said, sitting up and pushing him onto his back. Taking rise then eyebrow clearly amused. Oh, taking charge now? Don't underestimate me, he replied, settling him as you poured a small amount of syrup onto his. He laughed a deep, rich sound filling the room. You're going to regret this, sweetheart. Big words for someone who is covered in chocolate. You show by leaning down to dash the syrup off his skin. His laughter turned into a low groan. He said, gaping, you're alright, you win. He murmured, his voice thick with desire. Amidst the playfulness, there were moments of quiet intimacy that took your breath away. Taehyung cradled your face in his hand, his eyes soft as he studied you. Do you know how much you mean to me? He asked, his voice barely above whisper. You felt a lump form in your throat at the vulnerability in his tone. Taehyung, I'm serious, he continued, his thumb brushing against your cheek. You are everything to me. You leaned into his touch, your eyes shining with unshed tears. I love you. You whispered the words, feeling both scary and freeing. His smile was radiant as he pressed his forehead against yours. I love you too. The dash ended with the two of you tangled in sheets, your bodies and hearts completely in sync. Ting held you close, his fingers tracing lazy patterns on your. Next time, he said with a chuckle, I'm bringing whipped cream. You groan, burying your face in his chest. You are insufferable, and yet you are still here. He teased, his arm tightening around you. As you drifted off to sleep, you couldn't help but smile. Being with Taeyang was a roller coaster of emotions, playful, intense, and deeply loving, and you wouldn't have it any other way. The end.